And on that note, actually, Gilbert has been working on the chapter's guide, which I believe has been more or less completed, as you pointed out. I read it. I thought it was great. Have you had a chance to finalize that? And when you do, of course, we're going to post it and make it available to everyone. And it will be an open document as well, because there will always be things to update. But if you want to summarize the chapter's guide or your work with it, whatever you care to relay on that, that'd be great, Gilbert.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, to answer your initial question, the chapter's guide is finalized, but finalized only goes as far because, like you mentioned, it will be readily available to be updated at any point in time. I mean, we're still in the beginning stages of forming the chapters and organizing the whole thing.
Right.
So there will be a lot of additions, but there is a 1.0 version, as you can call it. So any chapter that is currently running or is planning to start a new chapter, that is, of course, in regard to individuals who do not have a chapter in their area yet. And you should check that out before you do, because we had a couple of double requests for people who wanted to start a chapter, but there was already a chapter in their area and they didn't check it. So please do that before. But anyhow, on the topic of the chapters guide, well, basically what I try to do in there, because another very dedicated member named Brandman Flowmore had already started a simple explanation for chapters to create a community on the webpage and on that note grow into a chapter. But I wanted to make a more specific guide for people who are actually from everywhere around the world to step-by-step describe what they could do to create a chapter, and also to make sure that people understand the distinction between an official chapter, so to say, and an unofficial chapter, and to emphasize that they're both important, but there might be different expectations with different types of or tiers of chapters. So basically the guide describes the sort of A to Z, or from infant to adult process of how to become a chapter, and will include in the future, of course, expectations and also things that the chapter's administration can do in support for the chapters around the world.
Yes, that's great. And as we denoted, it will be expanded. One thing I've had in the back of my mind is our presentation packages, which will basically give chapters a tool to use in order when they want to make presentations. I have some presentations that are currently available. I'm trying to make more, and of course more material is going to be put out. For example, I have someone proofreading and putting in all the sources for publication my entire lecture from London, which could easily be given to the chapters. It'll be uploaded as well, but the chapters can download this and they can parse the information, and hopefully they can utilize that information for small talks and things that they talk about. Anything that they do when they get together to speak of these issues. So a presentation package is something else I have in the works, Gilbert, just so you know that. I think that will be good, because in the end, the chapter relevance comes down to not only meetings, but of course interacting with the public. And I think everyone out there listening that's maintaining the chapter website should really understand that the highest level of this is really engaging your region and pulling in new members. Having the websites is one thing. That's the first stage, and I really appreciate those that are maintaining the web presence, both domestically and internationally. But there has to be larger order events, and of course, Zeitgeist Day of next year, Gilbert, will be a big chapter event, and we can talk more about that and how to find the best way to organize all of these events through all of these chapters. But